because most realtors are brain dead, and they amass these large fortunes by being brain. And it's like it's the funniest because none of the interactions are real. Like none of the like they're all like he's like you want it for 8, but it's gonna be for we're too far apart. It's really like 9. But like a lot of those real conversations are like a realtor turning around and going, listen, being like my client's trying to get out of China with his life right now. The World Bank, this guy, they want him for genocide. He poisoned a river, but he loves this infinity pool. He's going to get his money out here, but you got to listen. I mean, this guy, they want him for narco trafficking. He's coming at, this is the Sinaloa cartel.
Let's make a deal.
Let's go, You need, and instead it's like, I like the windows. It's like, that's not it.
No, it's not
that ain't it.
Definitely
I'll
not.
tell you
This
that
guy has
much.
killed entire families.
Oh, yeah, in New York
and he
City.
wants this apartment.
Like, all the people that own these houses are like Russian fertilizer magnates,
Oh, yes.
Chinese amusement park tycoons.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I bet you were a fucking savage. What did you do? Subprime mortgage seller?
I sold subprime mortgages because I believe in people and their ability to own homes. That's number one. And I was stopped from doing that by a totalitarian government who does not believe in people the way that I do.
So
sorry.
Would you tell people who are like, I don't know if I can afford this? You were like, dude.
By the way,
I'm looking at
America
the books.
is a country of thieves and criminals.
Yeah.
No one said I don't think I can afford.
That's true.
By the way, I love that. That's such an innocent, great way to think about it.
Yeah.
Like there's someone on the phone where I'm like, hey, we could get you $300,000 Thursday, and they go like this. I don't know if I can afford it. No, it's America.
No.
Everyone's a dirtbag.
They're like, I can.
They're like, can we get it Tuesday?
Yeah.
Can we get it Wednesday?
Can I make it 500?
Yeah. So it's actually not. I mean, I'm sure the predatory lending went on, things like that went on, but the majority of people that I worked with were selfish scoundrels.
Yeah.
That wanted money.
Were you ever?
I gave them money.
Did you ever?
I bought a subprime mortgage. I bought a house with a subprime mortgage.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you ever get to the Did you ever have somebody, whatever, who's I don't know the ins and outs of it, but applying, and you looked at their stuff and you're like, there's no way we can give this guy anything.
Well, the worst one we had was a guy who was clearly like had dementia or didn't know where he was, and his son wanted to open up a strip club in Miami, and his son just took all the money out of his house, and we were sitting at the closing, and we're signing papers, and this old guy's like struggling to sign papers, and his son is like, keep signing, Daddy, it's almost over. And the closing attorney said, I'm not really comfortable with this, and I'm like, yeah, it ain't great, but I mean, at that point, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Vasquezes. But it's a guy that came to me. He's like, my father's, an old guy. I want to suck all the money out of his house and go open up a strip club. It's like, all right.
How's that strip club doing?
I don't know, Tom, but if I was a betting man, I don't know.
I bet that's a great business.
I
though.
think it
really
is.
do.
And
I love sales. I miss it. And
Yeah.
I love it. I love sitting in a room with uneducated people, calling people over the phone and trying to build an empire.
I'm here to tell y'all that I think I'm leaving TikTok.
No.
I've enjoyed all the friendships. And
Thanks for turning the volume up. Background.
Some dramas going on. That
No, don't leave.
Really.
I didn't even know you were allowed to be on. I don't even have one. I didn't know you were allowed to be on it if you were over 19. Like I had no idea that there were 60-year-olds leaving TikTok.
Oh, there are.
Like emotionally
making an announcement.
You're like emotionally going, I have made a lot of friendships here. It's like, that's illegal. That's against the law. What do you mean you've made a lot of friendships here?
Right.
What are you talking about? I mean,
we had been day drinking in Florida, visiting
Yeah.
my family, and we saw these little kids, like 5th graders, by the pool in this place, and we walked in on them, and they were choreographed. We're like, what are you doing? And we've been drinking.
Right.
And they're like, oh, and they're in their school uniforms. They're like, we're making a TikTok. And we both were like, we're on TikTok. And they were like, oh, okay. These are like 10, 11-year-old
they think
girls.
they're going to get kidnapped.
And then they're like, what's your handle? And I was like, I've spelled it out for them. And then as we walked out, I realized that the last one I had posted was me pulling my nipples and going like that. But I was like, oh, we got to go. We got to go.
We got to get out of here. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's like old people have Facebook. That's where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you go to scream
Yeah.
into the void, talk about your knee operation.
Yes.
Talk about Donald Trump. Talk about dead animals. Talk
Scream
about.
into the void.
I
is
mean, that's
accurate.
what it
It
is.
is.
That's what you're there. That's what it's for.
Let's go back to where it's sunny.
I love my mom very much because she bought me tickets to Boston to see my dad March 7th on Saturday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Bye.
Boston.
Okay,
yay.
babe.
I bet there's a bunch of kidnappers that are like, pass. Because he just gave them all the information to kidnap them, but a bunch of kidnappers just looked at each other and were like, yeah, you can take that one. I'm good.
What made you fucking pull this one, dude?
Because he likes to go to Boston. You're not happy for him. He's going to see his dad.
Because you said you lie out of respect. You lie out
Yes.
of. I bet your online game is tight, dude.
Well,
Like,
it's lies.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's
How
good.
good are your dating lies?
I make everything up. I make everything up.
So walk me through.
Most
like,
people on the sites think I'm Amy Schumer. That's my no. I mean, I think it's hard to make stuff up now because people I'm somewhat public. People can kind of look me up.
Yeah.
But these people don't know. They think I'm doing great. I'm doing really good, but like they don't know.
So wait, are you on like Raya or are you on?
I am, but that one sucks.
Why does it?
Does
I
suck?
heard it's fun. I
It
heard
just sucks.
Tommy Lee met Brittany Furlan on Raya. Maybe
Well,
for gay dudes.
I don't know.
not-
It's just not that great. It's people. It's supposed to be like the celebrity app.
But are you
it's
always
not.
okay? Do you go between being like, I want to meet someone,
Yeah.
to date, or are you basically?
No, I'm
it's just-
always just like, just to meet somebody, maybe hang out with. It's cool.
yeah, okay.
But sometimes if you meet somebody to date, that's cool too. But I'm not. I don't.
You're not looking for it.
Not at this moment.
Okay, I got you.
You know.
And you're full of lies on there.
Well, I'm embellishments.
Yeah.
Distortion.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like-
Like what?
Well, just the idea of like, I'll tell people I've been to countries I haven't been to. You know what I mean? Like I'll start talking about Japan. I've never been to Japan. Like I'll be like the best sushi, no offense, is in Japan. And the guy's like, what do you mean? I'm like, no offense, but I date like younger guys in their 20s or whatever, and they're like, they don't know anything. And so I'm like, oh, yeah, that sushi's good, but it's probably better in Osaka.
When
I
was in
I like-
Osaka,
Yeah,
I had
I
this,
just-
But
yeah.
I like he's like
this
no offense.
This chutoro
Yeah.
that was to die for.
I tell them no offense because I'm like, you're probably not living that kind of life. That's okay, but the best sushi is in Japan. And, things like that. So
And
I'll
they're
just,
like, I would love to travel with you.
I
Ted.
make up geography.
Yeah.
Like I just make up things that I
love it. I respect it so
yeah,
much.
yeah. I mean, nothing crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, you should.
Yeah.
I
You
love
gotta,
that kind
you
of-
gotta lie
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
do. I mean, the country is run by liars. The most successful people in America are liars.
Yeah.
Everyone you see on a billboard is probably a liar. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It'll be fun. As soon as you get that laugh and you're in, you're like, oh, I'm back in. And it's amazing. But then they're closing all the parking garages in New York now at midnight because homeless people, I guess, are just walking down into them. And they're like, hey, this is a fun cave.
Yeah.
What could happen here? Yeah. I like cars.
Yeah.
Like I imagine like homeless people like there's a cave full of luxury cars 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
We don't have to be in the rain tonight.
Right.
And so they are closing those at midnight. So then me and my opener, we get back and we're driving around the city trying to find a spot. Everything's just weird, man. We went into a bodega at like 1. We're like standing there. There's a homeless woman in there begging for tea. The dude's like, it's your third tea. And then you're looking at 2 guys that are kind of walking around the bodega and you're like, something feels off. Like, are they about to whip a gun out? Am I just paranoid because of the news? Nobody's out at night. New York City used to be, and I lived there for years.
Bumping, dude.
3 a.m. I'd be in a diner yelling at people
Yeah.
about how fucked this business was.
Yeah.
I have been denied the amount of bitter, resentful bile that came out of my mouth as marinara sauce was flying out of it, mozzarella stick bites, just being like, the denial, this bitch gets
Yeah.
a special. Just nasty, real horror. I wasted so much in New York. Like, I loved it. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But like, just the amount of time I spent walking around being angry
Yeah.
and not in awe of what an amazing city it was. Like my opener, he paints this picture of like it's so amazing.